Adel got transported to the flying island of Ease after defeating Dark Fact. Alongside his geographic elevation, the combat system also got improved. Not only is there now an active system with magic, but enemies do not longer bump into you, but have an attack that you can time or evade. You also now have healing items you can use. You still bump into enemies and nothing else changed, but it is an improvement. In these videos I like to show the intro in full because it usually tells a lot about the game. In Ease 1 I was a bit unsure because of how long it was. I still decided to show the full intro and I will do so now again. Adel is again found unconscious and we get saved by Lilia, a local village girl. We rest at her mother's house. Her name is Banoa. Banoa tells us that Lilia is terminal ill and gives us a letter for the doctor, so we get her medicine. Just look from Banoa's perspective. There is an unconscious guy who is maybe a bit trained. You tell him not only the deeply personal story of your sick child, but also send him to fetch medicine for her. Medicine your daughter needs to survive. I mean, we go to the doctor, but it's a bit naive. The doctor is currently trapped inside a mine after a cave-in. We head into the mines, which is just a pathfinding puzzle. Everything not combat in this game is a pathfinding puzzle. With the help of a nearby Maddock, we free the doctor who returns to the village. We need a specific flower from inside the mines, which is the reason he was there in the first place. We delve into the mine again, but have no luck against the boss. Up on the surface again we can defeat some rock golems that guard the divine rod, and bring it to the nearby statue of the goddesses, who grants us the ability to use magic. For now we only have fire magic. While delving through the mines we often found shrines, dedicated to the different priests. We offer each a book of Ease, but the last one is, as we assume, behind the boss we are now able to beat. The shrine is not there, but we find the flower for Lilia's cure. We bring it to the doctor and the resulting medicine cures Lilia. I think it's mostly the artwork, but Lilia is pretty sympathetic. She pulls on paternal instincts, and for the younger audience she's probably a love interest. This duality is fairly hard to pull off. Someone in the village hears strange voices from his cellar. We investigate and the demon hordes are pouring out, and we finally find the last shrine. We get a short sequence where we see the demons talk among themselves, practically sticking to the book of high fantasy tropes. They say that Adelcristin has appeared but he can never defeat them and thwart their plans. It's a minor eye roller. We get to a new area, ice is the theme, and the pacing freezes a bit. It's a giant puzzle with almost nothing else. Find the right path, find an item that lets you progress. Find the right path, find an item that lets you progress. It's bland and repetitive. After defeating the boss of the area, we will change to a warmer climate, maybe a bit too hot. The volcano area has, as you expect, a lot of magma. While the location changed, the puzzle structure is all the same. Notable, here are two villages. In the first one, everyone is unfriendly to us, and the bridge guard Ruba says that the bridge is not functional. To progress, we need to visit the second village. Rows are friendly demons and you can turn into one with magic. You get a rhoda fruit, but also a leaf that acts like a gas mask. With that magic you can also talk to the bridge keeper and find out that his son got kidnapped. The demons force him to detain Adel. We set out to free his son. Tav is his name and he's in prison with another demon. That demon is actually friendly and helps Tav. You pass a black pearl onto him and he destroys the wall Dogi would have just punched through. Keith, the demon, is overwhelmed with the evil energy from the Black Pearl and escapes before something happens. This is the worst escort mission. Tav often died on me and it takes ages to the village. Despite all of this, we reunite Tav with his dad. As thanks, he does his job and lets us through. I'm just thinking, why don't the demons just destroy the wooden bridge that is the only way over the magma? How is this still intact anyway? We get to the next boss and arrive in Ramia village. Demons killed some of the citizens here and kidnapped a girl as a sacrifice. Maria is her name and she's the fiancée of Sada, who went to save her. After speaking with the rest of the villagers, we set out to save all of the kidnapped people. The next and also last area is a giant temple complex. It's named after the 6 priests and also has a temple dedicated to the goddesses. We listen on a demon meeting and they casually say the password for a nearby gate, for no reason. We meet a black-robed person we saw in the enemy discussion way earlier. He talks to us and turns us into a row by force, instead of killing us, because why not? We find the survivors who escaped from being sacrificed in the sewers. But we currently look like a demon and can't talk, so we return to the village and go to the well of an old man who keeps the water supply of the village hostage, and now can turn back into a human. As a human we can now enter the refuge, where multiple escapees hide. Keith, the demon from the cave before, saved them. Among the escapees is Lilia. When we talk, the black-robed man arrives and turns everyone besides you into stone, just for the lols. I know he does this to intimidate Adelcristin, to force him into submission. But the demons, for all we know, want to exterminate all humans. So in essential, any threat is, let us exterminate all humans or I will kill these humans. It doesn't work on a logical basis. We proceed to the next boss and after it we find Keith, the friendly demon. I was really positive on Keith because it shows that demons are not just evil for the pure sake of it, but maybe had more going on. Maybe there are more demons that oppose what's happening. But no, Keith is a human turned into a demon. Demons are just evil creatures, nothing more to it. While it could have been made much better. For now, Keith helps us proceed with the key. After more pathfinding and a boss, we climb the tower of the temple complex, where apparently a sacrifice is made. They use this ritual to kill the descendants of the 6 priests. Maria, the girl that was kidnapped, is about to be sacrificed. We rush up to the tower, but come too late. Maria seems lifeless after our descent. We got an idol out of this whole ordeal, and we can now unpetrify the citizens. Among those, a little bit further into the sewers, is Sada, the guy who went after his fiancée Maria. He's shocked at Maria's demise, and through him we get the last weapon and armor. With our new equipment we confront the robed figure, who goes by the name of Dallas. He's the only boss not fought with magic. We then get into a very sci-fi-like area. We meet a lot of people, among them Maria, who survived thanks to Keith, and most of them are apparently descendants from the 6 priests. Also, Goben and Luta from the first game return. I think this should deserve more attention, but the game also only acknowledges it with 2 lines. The land of Ease is falling down to the ground, and at this point it's reunited with Asteria. We then go to the last boss, Dam. In line with his name, he's well digested thanks to the elixir picked up from the first village. And with this, the game is over. So what happened? Dam is the source of all magic and demonkin, and when the Kingdom of Ease brought Claria into this world, they also, so to speak, invited demons alongside it. Hundreds of years ago, the goddesses sealed Dam after he and demons appeared. Everything went well until generations later they found Claria in Asteria. They mistook it for silver and started excavating it, which woke up the demons. The priest had the power to seal them again, so the demons tried to kill all descendants. Adolchristan is the chosen one, and he finally banishes the demons for good. Despite the improvements, this game suffered a lot from convoluted level design. The last area was a track with constant backtracking. Despite their low appearances, I was fairly positive of meeting old characters from the first game. Not a single fight was enjoyable, but the world was, despite the high fantasy tropes, fairly engaging. There was the hope of deeper development with the demons, which got crushed by the ending. I'm happy I played both games, but I would not play them twice. There is just too much time spent being bored and frustrated, for very little story and enjoyment. The next game will be Ys Origin, which does not use the bumper system, thank the goddesses. Farewell.